So I've made the claim that the TRAXXAS RUSTLER 4x4 VXL brushless is the budget basher of the entire TRAXXAS lineup. I also said as it comes out of the box that I don't believe it quite compares to the Max or the X Max. So I'm doing a how-to here on what it needs. I said you can purchase a truck, it's all over eBay, for $380, and you need a single $70 battery to get it out there and run it. To make it competitive, it needs a little more, and that would be a set of Proline Badlands wheels and tires on the Raid wheels, and those are, you can get them for around $77 on eBay. So that puts it at $527. $380 for the truck, $70 for the battery, it's $450, and $77 for a set of Proline wheels and tires. $527, and I believe, and that's what my project is going to be about, my next project. Making it competitive, fun to drive, have the performance, the handling and response in the air. I believe it'll be a fun truck at a budget price and be fully capable of doing everything the Max and the X Max can do. So this video will be about putting the tires on, changing over to the Prolines, and taking a look at it with those on the truck. The Proline wheels and tires are here. Pretty aggressive lug compared to the stock wheels and tires. These come with two different offset screw-in hubs. We'll use the longer ones because that matches the factory offset. When I'm running screws in with a power tool, I'm very careful not to run them in too fast. I feel like running them too fast can melt the plastic and you lose the integrity of the thread. Here's another thing I do. The bottom's out. That's all I do to hold resistance against a screw going in. I don't trust the clutch on these. So I put my middle finger in the center of the hub, my index finger. So I'm pretty much pushing in between the two. Support it with my thumb, get it started. As it's going in, I'll actually take my thumb away when I get closer to seating. And this way, I'll just let it spin on the end of my middle finger, and I will not over torque them with a power tool. The first two screws I put in were 180 degrees apart. I'll hand start the remaining screws so they stay in place. Again, the screw I'm working with is up top, middle finger on the hub, index finger farther out from the screw I'm putting pressure on. Support with my thumb to get it started. When it gets close, remove my thumb, a little pressure on my index finger, and then I let it spin on my middle finger. Pretty much foolproof way of not over tightening screws in plastic. And then everybody likes feeling these by hand, and they're just about seated as tight as I like them. Gets it really close like that. So there's the Proline Badlands 2.8 for 12mm hub. Again, the comparison, way more aggressive tread, matching the offset pretty close. So there's something else I want to do here. I have my gram scale out, and not so sure what it's going to mean, but I want to weigh the differences of these two wheels and tires. An old triple beam gram scale. Just can't beat them for durability and accuracy. So that's zeroed out. Measure the stock wheel and tire first. More than 100 grams, less than 200. Close enough for these measurements. 140 grams. Stock wheel and tire. Proline Badlands. More than 200. Less than 300. Less than 220. Okay, so Prolines are 215 grams. So I'll convert that to ounces for those who want to hear ounces too. Okay, converting grams to ounces. The stock tire, 140 grams is 4.938 ounces, so almost 5 ounces. The Prolines, 215 grams converts to 7.583, so a little over 7.5 ounces, almost 5 ounces. Can't help myself here. Doing the math, divide the 7.5 ounces by the 5 ounces. What does that mean? How do you put it in terms that would have any meaning to us? The Prolines, 53% heavier than the stock tires. So that's a significant difference in inertia to cause the truck to respond in the air. To convert grams to ounces, you divide the grams by 28.35. And there it is. They're exactly 53.5% heavier. Proline versus the stock tires. Let's get this last tire put on the truck. Take a look at it. See how I feel about Proline tires on this guy. This Rustler stadium truck, so it has the stadium truck look back in here, the slope to the cab. To me, with these tires on here and the stance of this truck and the spoiler, certainly has a little bit of flavor of the E-Revo. And also, when I look at like the hood and the wheel wells, I see some of the lines of the Max and the X Max. But there it is. Stock Rustler, Proline wheels and tires. I have the 17 tooth included pinion gear in the truck and some suspension tuning, and that should be a pretty fine handling truck for what I like to do with a basher, if you will. It's got that low center of gravity chassis, very adjustable suspension, wide stance, plenty of traction. Got the weight and the diameter of the wheels to make it responsive in the air. So this will be pretty fun to see how this handles my ramp set. See how it does on backflips, controlling it in the air, making clean landings, and I already know it rips. I ran it the other night on a speed run, got, what was it, 54.9 miles an hour with a 17 tooth pinion. So these are slightly bigger diameter tires, pick up a little more speed there. It's a cold weather run. As I said, lipos don't put out, but should easily, I would think in the summertime, hit 60 mile an hour top speed. So what a looker, in my opinion, as it is. The Rustler with the wheels as out of box with that modification. This is not part of the video on how to make the Rustler be the budget basher of the TRAXXAS lineup. This is curb appeal. I believe as it is now at the $527 price tag, that's all it needs. But curb appeal for me, I said, was number one. It's just how it is. So got some goodies to put on it. It's not about performance, most of this, probably all of it. Curb appeal. So next video, we'll add a little color to the TRAXXAS Rustler.